Oh, are you there now, Count?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. I mistakenly muted my microphone. Welcome to the broadcast, Count.
Thank you. Are we on?
Yes, we're on.
Okay. I think before we cover this Japanese earthquake thing and other things about the Middle East, I'd like to go into this greatest lie conceivable, because I think I have a responsibility to warn American people as being a Freemason, and also being involved in other secret groups, and I don't like to call them societies.
Well, you were a Freemason, Count, right? You're not
yes.
going back to that. Right?
Well, I haven't been back to the law in about 3 years, actually.
Good, amen. Good to hear.
Yes. But to be honest with you, Eric, this greatest lie is the so-called moral code of the elite, which is they must tell you what will happen before it happens, or in other words, revealing the method or whatever. And this is such a ridiculous statement, and it's used to guarantee that this particular individual, which we all know, to guarantee that he has this real proof, and that everything he says is going to happen because he says so, and because he's already talked to the elite. Now, we know that the Jesuits never reveal any of their plans.
Sure.
And you wake up the next day, you've discovered there's an earthquake in Japan. Next day, you discover there's some rebellion in Libya. We didn't know this was going to happen.
Right.
You know, the Knights of Malta, they're the braggers in this occult circle. They're the ones that brag about certain things. And they talk about this war with Iran. For the last 10 years, we've been hearing the same hypocrisy. Nothing's happened so far.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just wanted to expose this lie. I hope all Americans understand that you're being lied to, and the fact that it's coming from a man that claims to be a preacher, a man that claims to believe in the same Lord which we believe in. It makes me very nervous, Eric. You understand?
Well, yeah, well, you know, I name names. I might as well name his name. The man's Lindsey Williams, and I have issues with him. And, you know, I have contacted him. He refuses to address the Jesuit order. Utterly refuses. So, you know, on my broadcast, I name names, and I take the hit for it, and that's just the way it is. And so we have to beware of this, dear people, that the Jesuits never tell us what they're going to do. And the purpose we study history, as well as study their doctrine, is to try to have an idea of what they are up to. Based upon what they've done in the past, we believe this is what they will try now to do in the future, but oftentimes we're not right. But indeed, they never tell, because that's why they're secret.
Exactly. Now, there's certain things we can look into. For example, you could use Plato's Republic, and that's what the Jesuits use, and all these other Greek documents which they have, and they use as moral studies and studies of sociology and psychology. They've studied all of it, to be honest with you. And what can I tell you? You know, people want to be deceived and blind, and that, like you said before in the beginning of your broadcast, the pulpits are the ones that, I don't know, are they going to get the greatest punishment, Eric?
That's right. That's exactly right.
Okay.
They're the ones primarily responsible. Listen, this nation ultimately at the beginning was born from the pulpits. The preachers manned the army to fight the British. The Lexington that shot heard around the world was manned by Presbyterian men, and they're the ones that started to resist first. It's the
individual.
Well, I think we've said enough. We exposed him. He's not dealing with the Jesuit order. He claims only to know about the elite, and so, you know, it's pitiful, because he could be a great force for good. Lindsey Williams has a lot of contacts. He's been around the horn. And if he'd start coming out against the Jesuit order, there'd be some serious ramifications. But he, like Stan Monteith and a host of others, will never deal with them.
Mm-hmm.